Looking for a super healthy, super delicious, bursting with flavor, tons of color, tons of delicious food kind of recipe? Stay tuned. Hi there, my name is Katrina. Welcome to the Organixx channel, where every week we get together in the kitchen and we create healthy and delicious recipes that hopefully keep you inspired all year round. So today we are going to be making a Buddha bowl with pickled cabbage. Let's begin by making the quick pickled cabbage. To a glass jar, we're going to add 1 cup of shredded cabbage. Now, I like to use my food processor to do this, but we're only doing 1 cup, so you certainly could just chop this up by hand. So this purple cabbage is super good for your heart health. It also has anti-inflammatory phytochemicals that may reduce the risk of Parkinson's disease. It also is great for your eyesight. So we're just going to add the cabbage into the jar. Next, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, which is rich in vitamin C. 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered, organic apple cider vinegar that includes the mother. So this is very different than that processed vinegar you'll find that is really great for cleaning, but not so much for our recipe today. Last, we're going to add 1/8 teaspoon of either pink Himalayan or sea salt. Place on your lid and then shake up really well. Set your cabbage aside for about 1 hour to 3 hours, just depending on how much time you have. Now we're ready to make a simple dressing for our bowl. So to your blender, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of liquid AMINOS or coconut AMINOS. For just a little bit of sweetness, I have 1 tablespoon of honey, or you could use maple syrup, or a low glycemic sweetener like Lakanto. Always remember to make these recipes work for you. Almost all of these recipes I make, you can really alter them so it fits your individual needs. For a little bit of creaminess, I have 1 tablespoon of almond butter. Now you could substitute this with tahini or even olive oil or avocado oil. It just won't be as creamy if you use those oils instead, but it would still taste amazing. Next, we have 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil. And last, we have 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger root, which is so good for your digestion and it tastes so good. Blend up all of your ingredients until it becomes nice and creamy, or you could just shake it up in a glass jar. You just might not be able to get the ginger as well incorporated as if you blended. Okay, now we're ready to assemble the Buddha bowl. So you'll notice that this recipe makes 2 servings. So you'll notice when I build this bowl right now, I'm only going to be using half of my ingredients, but you are more than welcome to double the recipe so that it makes 4 servings if you have more to feed, or if you want to save it for food prep for later, which is an amazing idea. This is such a good food prep recipe to then eat off of the rest of the week. Okay, so to our bowl, I have 1 cup of chopped up greens. I'm using spinach, but you could use lettuce or kale. And the biggest thing here with your Buddha bowl is you want to make everything so that it's easy to eat. So that's why I chopped it up into bite-sized pieces. Next, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of my riced cauliflower. So you could use regular rice here or even quinoa. And if you have some left over from the night before, perfect. So I'm going to put about half of it in here. I like to put them each in separate piles just because it will make a really nice presentation. Next, we're going to add 1 cup of roasted vegetables. I'm going to be using broccoli, but you can get really creative here and use what you have on hand or what you like. Always making these recipes work for you. This looks amazing. Again, another way to use up leftovers in the refrigerator. Next, we're going to add in 1/2 cup of the pickled cabbage that we made up, that you let sit for either 1 hour up to 3 hours. So it's going to add a wonderful crunch and a little bit of sour flavor to our bowl. And now for some wonderful healthy fats, I have 1/2 of an avocado. This next ingredient is optional. I'm going to add in a little bit of sliced up scallions. Now we're ready to drizzle on some of that delicious dressing that we made earlier. You're always welcome to double this as well if you like more dressing on your Buddha bowl. Last, I'm going to sprinkle on some sesame seeds for a little bit of crunch. You could also use some chopped up nuts or roasted nuts like almonds, walnuts, cashews. All of those would be really great. And now for my favorite part, I get to try the Buddha bowl. I'm so excited. There's so many amazing foods in this one bowl. So I know that there was a lot of prep for this one. So use your leftovers in the refrigerator, or plan ahead and make part of it the day before so that the day that you're putting it together it's super easy. Or make a big huge batch and put it in the refrigerator and eat on it all week. Okay, so no bite will be the same. There's so many goodies in here, I really don't know what to try first. Okay, let me try some of the cabbage with this. Okay. Those flavors are so good. I love the pop of the cabbage. It just adds a little bit of sour crunch to the whole thing. Oh my goodness. I think when I turn the camera off, I'm just gonna sit here and eat this whole thing. So amazing, so full of flavors, so healthy for you, and you can get so creative with all the different foods that you choose to put in here. Definitely give this one a try. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hey, take great care of yourself this week. Make some healthy, delicious foods and healthy, delicious choices. And I look forward to seeing you next week in the kitchen. Take care. Bye-bye.